Hello Key Stage 1, let's see what we've got in store for maths this week. So we're going to be looking at multiplication and division again this week. Our lesson focus is to solve multiplication and division word problems and to understand inverse operations. We're going to be doing this over the 5 lessons of the week. Today we're going to be learning to solve multiplication word problems. So you'll be able to understand Rucksack, also use Rucksack to solve word problems, and even solve multiplication word problems independently. Okay, so here we have Rucksack. So Rucksack helps us to solve word problems. Each letter in Rucksack means a different thing. So we've got R, which means read. So read the question. What is the important information? It's the first thing we need to do when solving word problems. Then we've got U, and U stands for understand. What do we need to find out? And at this point, it's also a good idea to underline any important information. So the next one, C stands for choose. Choose the correct method of calculation. Then we have S, solve. Solve the problem. Work it out. Then the next one is A. A stands for answer. Answer the question. And the last C stands for check. Check your answer, and this is where you could use the inverse to make sure your answer is correct. So we're going to use this to help us solve our word problems today. Here is our first word problem. It says, 4 cats have 5 whiskers each. How many whiskers are there altogether? So the first bit I've done already. I have read the question. Next part of Rucksack says to understand, and this is where I would underline the important information. So the important information is that there are 4 cats with 5 whiskers, and we want to find out how many there are all together. Right, next part of Rucksack is choose. So I've got to choose which calculation I'm going to do. Now, they want us to find out how many altogether. So our answer must be getting bigger. So it's not going to be a division calculation. It's going to be a multiplication calculation. So it would be 4 multiplied by 5 equals. So we have chosen the calculation. Now, the next part of Rucksack, let's see what's next, is the S, solve. We've got to solve it. So, using what you learnt last week, can you solve 4 groups of 5? So, I need 4 groups, so I'm going to do it using equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need 5 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have calculated my answer and I've solved it. Now I need to find the answer. So let's count in 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So 4 groups of 5 is 20. The last part of Rucksack says to check our answer. Now we can check our answer by counting in 5s in our head 4 times. 5, 10, 15, 20. Or we can use the inverse. Now the inverse means the opposite. So the opposite of multiplication is divide. So to check our answer, we could do 20 divided by or shared between 4 equals. And this time we draw our 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we share out 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How many have I got in the first group? I've got 5. 5 in the second group, 5 in the third group, and 5 in the last group. So 20 shared between 4 is 5. We have the answer correct. Okay, we've got another one here. Let's try this one together. So first thing we've got to do is read. So Jane and Dave each have 7 sweets. How many sweets do they have altogether? Now I have to understand it, and this is where I underline it. So there's 7 sweets. How many are we going to multiply it by? Have a think. Look how many people there are. There are 1 person, 2 people, so it's going to be 2, and they want us to say how many there are all together. So next part, we need to choose our calculations, and they've used that word all together again, so that means it's going to be a multiplication sentence. Now we need to solve it. So our calculation is going to be 2 because there are 2 people multiplied by, or groups of, 7. That's what we've got to solve. Now to find our answer, we need 2 groups, 1, 2, and we need to put 7 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and in the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, let's count those all up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So my answer is 14. Now, can you do the last part of Rucksack for me? Can you check that I've got that answer correct? Either count up in 2s 7 times to see what you get, or have a go at doing the inverse. So the inverse would be a division sum of 14 shared between 2. See if you get 7. Pause the video here to have a go. Well done if you had a go at checking my answer. Hopefully you found out it was right. Let's check together. So I need 2 circles, and I'm going to share out 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many in my first bubble? There is 7. How many in my second bubble? There is 7. So 14 divided by 2 is 7. We got it right. Well done. Okay, I'd like you to try this one by yourself. I will read it for you, then I'd like you to pause the video and have a go. So it says, a flower has 5 petals. How many petals do 7 flowers have altogether? Pause the video here and use Rucksack to help you solve this problem. Okay, I hope you had a really good go at that. Let's do it together to check you got it right. This will be your checking stage. So, a flower has 5 petals, so that's some important information. How many do 7 flowers have all together? So, I need to do 5 groups of 7 equals, or if you put 7 groups of 5, that's absolutely fine. So, I need 5 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, let's count those up. So in the first bubble, I've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I have 35 altogether. So well done if you got that correct. For today's activity, I would like you to have a go at completing some multiplication word problems. So if you are year 1, I would like you to have a go at 3 word problems. If you're in year 1 and want a challenge, have a go at 5. Year 2 children, I'd like you to try 5. And if you're in year 2 and would like a challenge, have a go at trying all of those word problems. Give it your best go. Okay, to finish today's lesson, we've got a plenary, and the plenary is, the answer is 6. What could the multiplication calculation have been? I would like you to write down as many multiplication calculations you can think of when the answer is 6. Pause the video here and have a go. So you could have had lots of answers, but there were 4 answers I came up with. You could have had 6 groups of 1 is 6, 1 group of 6 is 6, 2 groups of 3 is 6, or 3 groups of 2 is 6. Well done if you got any of those answers. Well done for working hard today with your multiplication word problems. Take a look at the next slide to see what tomorrow's activity is. So tomorrow I would like you to have a go at completing some activities. The first activity is to cut up and shuffle the cards, match the calculation to the correct picture. So you need to cut round the calculation, answer it and match it to the correct dice pictures. And then I'd like you to just see how many people are at your table, how many feet there are, noses there are, toes there are, or pockets. If you want a bit more of a challenge, there's some more cards to cut out. Have a go at that. And if you're feeling really brave, and I'm sure lots of you are, have a go at the number sentences. You need to work out the lots of sentence, the repeated addition, and the multiplication sentence. Then have a go at the true or false questions, and then see how many people are at your table as well. Good luck!